Here is part 5 of my list of top 100 Vita games. Make sure you check out the other 4 videos too, and come back next week for the next part in my top 100. Number 60. Super Destronaut DX. I became so addicted to Super Destronaut DX when I played it. The fun gameplay loop of racking up a high score in this arcade shooter had me totally hooked. It's not a particularly complex game, but it's a great game to play in short bursts and to chase the top of the leaderboard. I found it hard to stop playing once I started, especially when I saw the top of the leaderboard in my sights. Number 59. DOWNWELL. I am so bad at this game, but I still love it. You play as a guy that jumps down a well wearing his gun boots. You need to survive your fall to the bottom by shooting or stomping on enemies. You can collect different weapons along the way to make your journey easier, which you'll need because the game is pretty hard, or at least I found it hard. I've never finished the game, but no matter how frustrated I got, it kept me totally hooked. And it's really cheap too. 58. Rayman Legends and Rayman Origins. Rayman Legends and Origins are both amazing examples of how 2D platformers have evolved and improved since Super Mario Bros. On the NES. The level design is really clever, pushing you to explore, but also to time your movements and attacks perfectly to take out enemies. There's a massive amount of content in these games, especially Legends. The graphics are gorgeous too, and the music really sticks with you. 57. Riddled Corpses EX. Riddled Corpses EX is a rock-hard twin-stick shooter where you face off against waves of zombies trying to take over the earth. The game is super addictive, but also super grindy. It took me quite a lot of time to complete the game's 6 levels, but I didn't find myself getting frustrated or bored. It's a really fun game with a perfect level of challenge. Unlocking new characters and playing and saving coins for the next upgrade kept me interested in the game all the way through. If you like twin-stick shooters and don't mind a game with grinding, then I think you'll really enjoy Riddled Corpses EX. 56. Spelunky. Before I played it, I'd only heard good things about Spelunky, and it totally lived up to the hype. I remember going shopping with my wife and starting Spelunky in a coffee shop. By the time she called and said she was done, it had been 3 hours of playing, and I didn't even realize the time had passed so quickly. It's super challenging, but so easy to get lost in having just one more go. I love the graphics and gameplay and discovering all the little mysteries hidden around the levels. 55. ODIN's LEIFTHRASIR. It may be a surprise to see this so low on the list. It's probably a testament to how many excellent games there are on the Vita. ODIN's looked amazing and the action gameplay was superb. I did enjoy it, but the game is super long, and I found myself getting a bit bored as I played through levels multiple times. But aside from that, and especially for the first 20 hours, I enjoyed ODIN's immensely. '54. VIRTUA Tennis. I'm not a big fan of sports games, but I thought VIRTUA Tennis was just brilliant. The graphics were shockingly good, especially given this was a launch game for the Vita. It's easy to pick up and play, but can get quite challenging as you progress in the career mode, and there's so much to do in this game. Aside from career mode that has you travelling around the world competing in tennis tournaments, there are loads of minigames to try out. With matches lasting just a few minutes, this is an excellent game to take on the go. It's not available to download anymore, but if you can find a physical copy, this is definitely a game worth playing. 53. LITTLEBIGPLANET. I'm just gonna say it, LITTLEBIGPLANET Vita is better than LITTLEBIGPLANET 1 and 2 on the PS3. The single player campaign is surprisingly good, with a story that had me curious to see it to the end, and totally varied levels and worlds to explore. Like most Sony first party games from the Vita's launch year, it used the Vita's touchscreen, but not in a way that was intrusive to the game. There are also over 300,000 user created levels to play. Not all of them are great, but there are some real gems out there and some very clever creations. It's so easy to get lost in all the content available. 52. Xenon Valkyrie Plus. The best way I can describe Xenon Valkyrie Plus is a sci-fi Spelunky. It's got a very similar gameplay loop, but you're traversing alien planets using your laser gun and sword to slay aliens. I love this game, and although I found similarities in some aspects with Spelunky, I think this is the better game. The style, graphics, action and gameplay were great, but be prepared for a challenge. #51. Super Meat Boy. This 2D platformer is infuriatingly hard. Learning the feel of controlling Super Meat Boy takes some getting used to. I would often get frustrated, but Super Meat Boy is so addictive that I couldn't put it down, and there's a great feeling of satisfaction when you beat a tough level. It's another game that is, in my opinion, perfect for a handheld. The levels are short and great for quick burst gaming. So guys, come back next week for the next part of my top 100 videos. And let me know what you think of the list so far. Leave a comment below, and as always, thanks for watching.